Hello. I have been trying to film for a little while, but this one will not settle down. So I hope that you'll still join me in practicing, as he will be joining me in practicing together. And actually, it's just completely reminding me the craziness and chaos that the world is right now, but I'm finding that we're seeing a lot more humanity. Actually, we're seeing the small little struggles of everyone's everyday life, and he's brings me so much happiness. But in terms of my work at the moment, he's a small obstacle, the very large boy that he is. Anyway, welcome to today's class. You won't need any particular props in your practice. That being said, of course, if you tend to use blocks, bolsters, or whatever in your usual practice, feel free to implement them as we go along. I will recommend a pillow, sweetheart, if you would like. And then we will get started. How shall we start? His name is Magnus, by the way. Okay, let's start in child's pose for today. So when you're ready, coming to a comfortable child's pose, I invite you to make sure that your head is making contact with the ground, whether that's directly or through creating a pillow with your hands, or an actual pillow or a block. Taking some time to arrive. And I invite you to think about all the little obstacles that this new normal has brought on for you. Just acknowledging how your life has changed. And even acknowledging how it's become perhaps a little bit harder. And it's okay to feel like sometimes things have gotten a little bit tougher. And perhaps just taking a moment to think of a way that you might be able to create a little bit of lightness and softness in those obstacles that have come up for you in this time, in this new normal. How might you be able to make them a little bit lighter and softer? Perhaps even making them a positive. Just a few more breaths here. Starting to tune into your breath and remembering that however you are arriving, physically, mentally, emotionally, that is okay. From your child's pose, Walking both hands over towards the left side. Big inhale into the right side body. Keeping the head relaxed on the earth. Really opening in the right rib cage. Sending the breath towards the right lung. And then gently walking your hands over towards the right side of the mat. Keeping the head relaxed on the earth. Big inhale to create space in that left side body. Walking the hands back to center. Inhale. Let's come up to find tabletop. Shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees. Let's work through 4 cat-cows, starting with an inhale, lifting the tailbone towards the sky, dropping the belly, shining your heart forward, lifting the gaze. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, curving the spine, chin to chest. Starting to flow with your breath. Inhale, connecting the breath to your body. Exhale, ground the knuckles in towards the earth. Create space in between each vertebra. 2 more, opening on the inhale. Create space where there is tension. Exhale, moving and flowing through, creating space where there is obstacle. Let's find child's pose again, really reaching the fingertips away from you as much as you can, lifting the elbows off the mat. Waving up towards tabletop on your inhale. Exhale, sending the hips towards the mat, strong in the arms, rolling all the way down. Shining the heart forwards. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, child's pose, tailbone towards the heels. 3 more. Inhale, curve the spine forward. Exhale, rolling cobra all the way down. Strong in those arms, don't collapse. Open the heart. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Continuing to flow. Creating space as you move. Inhale, shoulders back, push the hands into the earth. Child's pose. Last one. Big inhale, big curve, open in the vertebra. Exhale, bring it down towards the earth. Really feel that belly connect towards Mother Nature. Inhale, push the hands to open the chest. Downward dog this time. Exhale, tailbone towards the sky. Let's bend one knee at a time, finding some movement in our downward dog. Make sure you're grounding the knuckles into the earth, especially the knuckle of the index finger. Gazing towards the big toes. Keep sending the tailbone towards the sky, scooping the lower belly under. 2 more breaths here, finding stillness in your downward dog. Be strong, be stable, you've got this. Send the right foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee towards the mat. Feel free to use a pillow underneath the back knee. We're keeping the left hand grounded on the earth. Inhale, raise the right fingertips towards the sky. Allow your exhale to soften your hips down. Reach the right fingertips up. Open the chest towards the sky, towards the side. Breathe. One more breath here. Big inhale to reach the fingertips even further. Exhale to frame the foot, downward dog. Left foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee down. Use your pillow if you need. Ground the right fingertips into the earth. Inhale, find a twist. Left fingertips towards the sky. Again, allow your breath to soften your hips. Your inhale creating space, and your exhale bringing you softness, calm, grounding you into the earth. Inhale to reach the fingertips further towards the sky. Exhale to frame the foot. Downward dog. Let's lift the heels. Inhale, way forward towards plank. Hold plank for 3 breaths. Push the hands into the earth. Tuck the tailbone in. Find a curve in the upper spine. One more breath here. Side plank. Right fingertips towards the sky. Shift the weight towards the left hand. Reach up with the right hand. Option to place the left knee down on the mat for a modification if full side plank is too much. 2 more breaths here. Lift those hips. If your balance allows you, you can gaze up at the right fingertips. Big inhale. Exhale. Full plank. Other side. Inhale. Lift the left fingertips towards the sky. 4 breaths here. Again, feel free to bring the right knee down towards the mat for your modification. Engage that core. It's the foundation of your whole body. Big inhale. Reach the left fingertips up. Exhale, plank, knees towards the mat, child's pose. Amazing. Keep the elbows off the mat in your child's pose, lengthening the arms, creating space in the back body and the side body here. Finding an inhale to wave forward towards tabletop. Exhale, rolling cobra down towards the earth. Keep the chest lifted. Interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale, shine the heart forward. Pause here. Engage the legs by pressing the tops of the feet in towards the mat, lifting the kneecaps. 2 more breaths. Shining your beautiful warm heart to the earth, to the space in front of you, the space around you. Release the hands. Exhale, hands towards the mat. Push back to downward dog. Walk the hands towards the feet. Hanging in ragdoll at the back of the mat, being mindful that your feet are hip-width apart, parallel to each other. Grabbing opposite elbow to opposite hand. Feeling free to swing side to side if that feels good. We'll be here for a few breaths. Really allowing your exhale again to soften you, seeing if you can really relax that upper body even further onto your thighs. And if any tension is coming up, that's okay. Continuing to breathe and create space. Like any obstacle, if we just take a moment to breathe and center ourselves, often the obstacle isn't as big as we thought. Release the hands towards the earth, bend the knees, rolling up all the way. At the top, take your time, reach the hands towards the sky. Inhale, shine the heart. Fold, exhale, fold with a flat back, sending the tailbone towards the back, and up, hands towards the mat. Take it slow. Inhale, halfway. Bow down to the earth. Exhale. Push the feet into the mat. Inhale, come up. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Let's do one more like this. Inhale, open. Fold, exhale. Keep the core engaged. Come down with a flat back. Feel free to have a little bend in the knees if you'd like. Inhale to create space. Bowing down to the earth. Exhale. Come up. Strong legs. Inhale, reach. Hands to heart center. Amazing. Walking to the front of your mat, keeping your feet hip-width apart. Taking just a moment here, really finding that connection of your feet into the earth. Acknowledging your breath, grounding it into your belly. Reach the hands towards the sky, big inhale. Fold forwards, exhale. Halfway inhale. Plant the hands, step back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, exhale. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Downward dog, exhale. Finding stillness in your downward dog. Be gentle with yourself. Remember that child's pose is always available to you. Make sure your knuckles are really grounded on the earth. Keep sending the tailbone towards the sky, scooping the lower belly under. 2 more breaths here. Push the hands into the mat. Long spine. Soften the knees, gaze forward. Keep gazing forward as you step or walk the feet in between the hands. Inhale to create space, halfway lift. Bowing down to the earth. And your practice fold. Reaching for the sky, strong legs as you come up. Hands to heart center. Chin to chest, rolling all the way down. Taking this as slow as you can. Feeling each vertebra moving as you roll down. When your hands reach the mat, walk back to downward dog. Let's bring the right foot in between the hands, left knee down on the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Again, feel free to place a pillow underneath your back knee. I always prefer to do so. But it's completely up to you. My knees are a little bit sensitive. Allow your exhale to soften the hips down. If this is too much on the shoulders, feel free to bring your hands to heart center. Remember, we're not trying to create more obstacles for ourselves. We're being gentle and kind. Be careful that this front knee isn't going into the body. We're pushing it towards the pinky side of the front foot. 1 more breath. Inhale to reach the fingertips up. Exhale to frame the front foot. Keep your hands here. Inhale, send the tailbone back. Lengthen the front leg. And exhale, see if you can find a little fold over the front leg. So Be mindful here that we really don't want that knee to be up. We want to keep that front leg lengthened as much as possible. The toes can come up, that's absolutely fine. Wherever the foot is perfect. Keep sending the tailbone behind you. It's not about going the furthest. And if you do have blocks at home or even books to help elevate yourself a little bit, that's absolutely perfect. Feel free to use them. 3 more breaths. Really using your inhale to find length and your exhale to take you a little bit further. Be soft and gentle. Shift the weight forward, bend the front knee, reach both hands towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, frame and step it back to downward dog. Let's find a little paddle through the feet, bending the knees. Feel free to wag the tail. Perhaps even sending the knees towards one side and the bum falls over towards the other. Big stretch. And then the other. Okay, let's come back to center. Send the left foot in between the hands. The back knee goes down on the mat. Again, feel free to use a pillow or whatever you need, a blanket. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Or you can have them at heart center. Or even if this is too much, you can use your knees for a bit more support if you would like. Finding whatever variation works for you in your practice today, knowing that it may be different to yesterday or the day before or tomorrow. Can you find a little bit of ease and lightness in the discomfort? Can you find lightness in the obstacles? If your hands are at heart center or on your knee, big inhale to reach the fingertips up. Exhale to frame the front foot. Inhale, lengthen the front leg, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Again, feel free to use blocks or books to elevate yourself if you would like. Keep sending the tailbone behind you. You're almost trying to pierce it through the back, through your bum. Two more breaths. Shifting the weight forward, bend the front knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Frame the front foot. Exhale, downward dog. Pause here. Walk the hands towards the feet, hanging in ragdoll at the back of the mat. Making sure the feet are hip-width apart, parallel to each other. Release the hands towards the mat, bend the knees, rolling up slowly and gently. Interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale, open the chest, reach the knuckles down, and exhale, bend the knees, fold, reach the knuckles up. Make sure the knees are hip-width apart as well. Up to you if you decide to have a big bend in the knees, almost like you're sitting in a chair. Or if you decide to find a bit more length in the hamstrings, gently release the hands back down towards the earth. Roll up slowly, really push the feet into the mat as you roll up. Chin to chest, roll back down when you reach the top. When your hands reach the mat, downward dog. Take it slow, right foot in between the hands. Push off the right foot on the mat, bend the front knee, hands to heart center. Pause here. Breathe, come back to your breath if you've lost that connection. That front knee is not coming into the body, we're pushing it out towards the pinky side of the right foot. Find your balance here if you're a little bit shaky. You are strong, you are stable. You can breathe through any obstacle that life throws at you. Inhale, reach the knuckles towards the sky. The knuckles, the fingertips, I mean. Exhale, frame the front foot, step it back to downward dog. Left foot in between the hands. Push the foot into the earth to push yourself up. Hands to heart center. Find that calm and steady energy. Find your balance. Find your center. Back leg as straight as you can. The core is awake. We're not flopping. Gentle tuck in the tailbone. Make sure that front knee, we're sending the energy towards the pinky side of that front foot, not towards the body. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, frame, step it back to downward dog. Let's roll forwards to plank. Lift the heels. Inhale, way forward. Try and pierce that spine through the back. Exhale, lower the knees. Chest, chin down as well. Waving forward. Inhale, shoulders back, shine your heart. Child's pose. Exhale. And if your mind does wander off in moments of silence, I invite you to acknowledge how you approach that with yourself. I invite you to make sure that you're being kind to yourself. Remembering that it is okay for thoughts to come into the mind in our practice. And then it's about making the active and conscious choice to bring our awareness to our breath and our body. Because our breath is really one of the only things that we can control. And considering that it's what keeps us alive, we really should be paying it a lot more attention, nurturing it with love and compassion, sending it towards every single part of the body. And that includes the mind. On an inhale, gently shift forward towards tabletop, tuck the toes under, exhale, downward dog. One breath here to arrive. Right foot in between the hands, keep the back heel lifted. Hands to heart center, inhale. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back for a twist. Pause here for 4 breaths. Keep a strong bend in that front knee, 90-degree angle. Chest is open, shoulders are over the hips. Really reaching the fingertips either side. Reach both arms up. Lift the gaze if you can to challenge your balance. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step it back, downward dog. Left foot in between the hands. Again, back heel stays lifted. Front knee is bent at a 90-degree. Inhale, up, hands to heart. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Really reaching either arm towards the sides on the inhale. And the exhale to twist you a little bit further towards the left side this time. 2 more breaths. Inhale, reach up. Lift the gaze towards the thumbs to challenge your balance. Exhale, frame the front foot, downward dog. Walk the hands towards the feet. And at the back, bend the knees, gently roll up. Amazing. We're going to come to a little balance posture, tree. So, find a point to focus on in front of you. Making sure that your feet are hip width apart, parallel to each other. We'll start with the right leg. So gently shifting the weight towards the left foot, keeping your gaze focused. Lift the right knee and then either place the foot by the ankle, by the calf, shin, or on the inner thigh, inner left thigh if that's available to you. Please make sure that the foot is nowhere near the knee. Bring your hands to heart center when you're ready. Ooh, my balance isn't quite there today, and that's okay. Again, being gentle with ourselves wherever we are is perfect. We want to make sure that we're sending this right hip forward. There's a tendency for it to come back. We're keeping the hips squared out in front of us. Sending the right knee towards the side. And even if your foot is by the ankle or shin. 3 more breaths here. Strong in that standing leg. Crown of the head towards the sky. Let's lift the right knee up. Inhale, lift the hands up as well. And exhale, bring everything back down towards the mat. Other side. Shift the weight towards the right. Keep your gaze focused. And then bring the left foot either towards the right ankle, towards the calf or shin, or inner thigh if that's available to you in your practice. Hands to heart center. Keep sending the knee out towards the side. Strong in that standing leg, you're pushing the ground away with the right foot. Core is active. Bring that navel to spine and ground the breath towards the belly. Like a tree in the wind, even when there's chaos, you are stable. You breathe through the obstacles. Lift the left knee up, reach the hands towards the sky, big inhale, exhale, release. Make sure your feet are hip width apart, inhale, reach the arms towards the sky, bend the knees, exhale, roll down gently. Let's do 2 more like this. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, snaking down all the way. Strong in the feet when you come up. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, roll down. Let's stay down. Swing side to side if that feels good. And then place the hands on the mat and come down to find a seat on the air. We'll come to a forward fold. Feel free to use a pillow or block if you would like to help elevate the spine a little bit. I really recommend this if you tend to sit with a curve in the back here. Keeping the toes up, big inhale to find length. Exhale, fold forward. Keeping the gaze towards the toes unless your nose is towards the shins. We're not finding a curve in that neck. The gaze stays lifted. We're reaching the crown of the head forward. And gently rolling up. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Feel free to use any, we want this to be passive, so feel free to bring any extra pillows if you feel that you might need them underneath your knees. And we're not going to fold, we're going to spread our feet open like we're opening a book. And then using our thumbs, just finding points in the foot and putting a little bit of pressure into them with the thumbs, giving the soles of our feet a little massage. Noticing where there might be a bit of tension. Again, if you need to elevate the spine, feel free to sit on anything. Be here for a few moments. I invite you to close your eyes. Allow your body to be soft, but we're not curving in the chest. The shoulders are back, the heart is open, but there's flow in our body. We're not stiff. Gravity is doing its work with the knees. And we're finding little bits in our feet that feel good to just massage and touch. Touch is extremely important, and especially now where physical contact is limited. I invite you to just find moments where you can connect with your own body physically. And if any bits in the foot feel good, feeling free to stay there for a moment. And if there's any real bits of tension where maybe actually it feels a little bit painful, just acknowledging that and acknowledging where that is. Because actually Every point in the foot is connected to a part of the body. Seeing if you can allow it to soften with the warmth of your hands, the love of your touch. Just a few more moments here. Let's bring the knees into the chest. We're not going to lift the feet off the mat, just giving yourself a big, big hug here. And then let's make our way down, slowly keeping hold of the knees as you come down. I invite you to take your pillow that you have, and we're going to lift the bum and place the pillow underneath the bum, keeping the feet towards the sky, palms towards the sky as well. Really leaving yourself fully open in this inversion. The soles of your feet ready to breathe in all the energy from the sky. Palms of the hand ready to receive all the energy from the universe as well. You are surrendering. And if the sound of your own breath isn't enough, maybe you can hear my dog snoring. A few more breaths here. And if you are craving some movement, feeling free to explore that as well. Whatever feels good for you. There's no right and no wrong. Bend the knees, let's release the feet towards the mat. Lift the hips to move the pillow and come to your final relaxation. Lengthening the legs arm towards the mat. Let's take 2 big sighs all together. Big inhale. Release the breath. One more. Acknowledging the parts of you that are making contact with the earth and feeling the support of Mother Nature underneath you. Allowing your exhale to take you deeper and deeper and deeper into your relaxation. Completely letting go. Yeah, completely surrendering. Enjoy your Shavasana. if you have the time to stay in Shavasana a little bit longer, I invite you to do so. I invite you to stay there for as long as you can, receiving all the energy and the love that you need from the earth, from the universe. And from each other, knowing that we are still practicing. People practicing all over the world. It's beautiful when you think about it. Starting to find some movement in the toes, fingers, perhaps reaching the arms overhead. Big inhale. Exhale, coming back to yourself. Finding a little bit more movement so that you find a way towards your right side in a comfortable fetal position. And then when you're ready, pushing yourself up to find a comfortable seat on your mat. Bringing your hands to heart center. Just pausing here for a moment. Thank you so much for sharing your home with me and practicing with me in your home. Bringing your hands up to your third eye. And then bowing down in gratitude for your practice. Namaste.